Purpose is very important. Come closer, let me tell you. Every challenge you face in your relationship comes to test the strength of your purpose. That's it. Hello, my friends and family. Welcome to Silas of Your YouTube channel. And this is a space for you to grow and develop yourself in the area of relationship. Relationship fair, building quality relationship. And we have had 2 episodes: relationship and forgiveness, relationship and selflessness. Thank you for your comments so far. If you've not watched any of those, please go watch them. It's a lot of blessedness in it. So today we are going to be talking about relationship and purpose. Tighten your seatbelt. It's going to be interesting here today. Again, don't forget our mantra: building quality relationship. If you've not subscribed, please do so right now. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and you will get every single update from this channel. Yes, Silas of Your YouTube channel. Relationship and purpose. What is purpose? Purpose is basically the motivation behind whatever you do. Your why behind your what. And every single person has a purpose. For the items you use in your house, there's a purpose. And that's the reason you would not pick your camera, right, and begin to kick it like a ball, because that's not the purpose. It's not the use of the camera. What's your purpose in life? That's number one. If you get into a relationship, what is the purpose of the other person? Now, the Bible says this: can 2 work together except they be agreed? Meaning, can you bring 2 separate entities together without a connection, without an agreement? It's not possible. So there must be an alignment. That's on one hand. Once you've defined that, and of course, if you're going to understand your purpose, that will get us into you understanding your maker. Because nobody lands on this planet Earth by some scientific proposition, by chance. No. You are a product, and you have a maker. And the one who formed you in his image, after his likeness, formed you according to a pattern. And that pattern is for a purpose. So if you get to know your maker, God himself, Jehovah, Yahweh, Yeshua, if you get to know your maker, you are in the right direction towards knowing his purpose for your life. And when you begin to understand yourself, you see yourself in a new light. You look at your attributes. Your height is for a purpose. Your physical characteristics is for a purpose. Your personality is for a purpose. Your passion is for a purpose. All of these things are for a purpose. Just get to know that, and that will help you define the kind of person that will suit your life and destiny. Right? So that's one dimension to this particular talk on relationship and purpose. On another hand, what is the purpose for the relationship? There are 3 major reasons people start a relationship. Number 1, a present need with a future prospect. Number 2, a present need without a future prospect. And number 3, no present need, but there's a future prospect. Of these 3 categories, the reason we should there's a present need. It must be that it's not good for you to be alone. Then the helpmate comes to the picture and you are able to accomplish that which God asks you to do. So there's a dimension of a purpose for the relationship, before you now say you're starting that. Let me quickly make this disclaimer. I'm not a marriage counselor, neither am I a relationship expert. I'm just an individual with some experience, and I'm willing to share my experience in this area. So, whatever your purpose is, let that purpose be spiritually framed. Meaning, let it be bordered by spiritual principles. It doesn't have to sound spiritual, look spiritual. And you may have a purpose, in the academic, sector, or maybe even in financial sector. You actually want to build institutions, financial institutions, and you would need, to be in a relationship with someone who shares similar values with you, right? So once that is clear about your purpose, then you want to now ensure that even though it doesn't look spiritual, but it is spiritually framed, and that's where the principles come in, that's where the values come in. For example, there are several principles in the scriptures. One of them is, do not be unequally yoked together with unbelievers. Now that's a very important principle that anyone who will be getting into a relationship of the sort that we're talking about has to consider, right? Light and darkness cannot coexist, right? Christ and Belial cannot cohabit the same space. And that principle, Amos 33, can two walk together except they be agreed, right? That's another spiritual principle that can help you and guide you in getting into a relationship, meaning the principle of agreement. And you look at the various values that you have. Does that person have those values? Does that person share in the same values as you? So if you look at these, you can make a more informed decision regarding that. And purpose is very important. Come closer, let me tell you. Every challenge you face in your relationship comes to test the strength of your purpose. That's it. The very darts that come at your relationship, the storms, the circumstances that tries to shake, and the sharp bends. So there will be bends and turns. There will be very darts and storms. But all of this come to do one thing: to try the strength of your purpose. If your purpose is physically defined or materially defined, once the expiry date comes for that thing, which you defined by physical parameters or by material parameters, then the relationship expires as well. Now, it's possible that the person you're getting into a relationship with has a business that is ongoing. Now you're coming into a relationship with that person. What's your role in that person's life? What's your role in that person's business? You need to understand all of this so that you would know exactly how your coming into that person's life would impact what they have been doing or what they intend to do. I don't know I hope you're following. If there's any confusion, you could put it in the comment section and I'm going to shed more light on that. There's every possibility that the person you're getting into a relationship with, for example, has a strong grace to start something for a certain kind of, labor or assignment, which could be ministerial, could be educational, could be financial, could even be to start up a not-for-profit organization or something. Now you're coming into that person's life. You want to know, you want to be very sure. How would your coming together, affect the venture, the organization, the business, the ministry? Or how will that particular ministry, how will that particular venture, how will that particular organization, that startup, that business, how would that affect the dynamics of your relationship? If you don't understand this and your purpose towards that person, at that point in time, there's a big likelihood you will always be disappointed. Because you will think you're spending so much time on this business, on the proposal, on these things you applied for, and you don't have time for me. But guess what? Person told you about this before you got to the relationship, or you actually met the person doing that when you start the relationship. So you believe the person will just begin to get so much obsessed about you and abandon everything that has been ongoing in their lives. And that's why we have to be very clear on the purpose. Look at, for example, let's look at the first relationship there. Adam and Eve. Adam was doing his thing, right? And Adam didn't even see the need. Now there was a need, but he didn't see it. So it's possible that there is a present need, but you may not even see it. Now for most persons who would know it, who will see it and they say, no, I want to be in a relationship and everything. But be sure that it's not just a temporary thing, but it's a future prospect. You are serious about it, not just something that you just want to actually satisfy the present. That's it. For Adam, he did not even recognize the need. God saw it. It's not good for this man to be alone. I'll make an helpmate for him. God did that, and she came into his life, and together they were supposed to advance the mandate that God had given Adam. Now, the assignment of Eve was to ensure that together as a couple, the mandate God has given Adam is fulfilled. What is it? Be fruitful, multiply, replenish the earth, and what? Have dominion over the atmosphere, over the lithosphere, over the hydrosphere. Have dominion. Once we don't realize what our purpose is, then we get distracted. And that is, I'll still be coming back later on the subject of relationship and focus. But just to chip this in, Eve got distracted. And what they were supposed to have dominion over, because remember, the devil had fallen, and the devil was now somewhere in between hydrosphere and lithosphere. Eve was spending more time with what they were supposed to dominate than even Adam, the person God actually brought her, because it was because of Adam that she came. Not because of the garden, not because of the rivers, not because of the fruits, not because of anything else. So let us be very clear on this, that if you are getting into a relationship, clarify your purpose, define it, and be sure that you are actually clear on your purpose being towards that individual, and not anything physical or material. Very important, because any of those things can change. Seasons can change that will redefine the physical realities and the material realities. But if the purpose is towards Adam himself, so the garden is there, the garden is not there. The trees are there, the trees are not there. The rivers are now 4, or they are 3, or they are reduced to 2, or they are now 8, right? It makes no difference. Yourself and Adam, you are heading on to accomplish that which God has given as a purpose. So very, very important. Just give you this as a take home. Let your relationship be purpose driven. And in terms of purpose, let that purpose be something that is spiritually framed, meaning you've considered principles from the scriptures and it's forming the foundation, because that is what will endure, as the Bible says. Once you build on that, storms come, rain come, wind comes, your relationship will survive because it is spiritually free. Also, be sure to expect changes in the seasons. So be aware that it's not a 100 meters, dash, but it's a marathon. It's a journey, not just something, you're trying to escort someone, within a few minutes. It's a journey. It's a lifetime journey. So once this mindset is established in you, you're very likely going to have a better experience in the building of a quality relationship. I hope this helped a little bit. Thank you very much. This is Silas Abiodun YouTube channel. Relationship Fair, building quality relationship. God bless you. See you later.